Hello everyone, Phil here from KO Gaming, and welcome to my first impressions after playing Undertale for the very first time earlier today. 2015 was a really packed year for games, and one of the sleeper hits that no one really saw coming was Undertale, the crowd-funded retro RPG that allows you to play the game in multiple different ways, completely changing the storyline and plot, and leading to a lot of additional content. Now, I actually did not have the pleasure of playing Undertale last year because I was so busy with other releases, and quite honestly, until the game was released and became a viral hit, it wasn't even really on my gaming radar. So I was very pleased that I had some downtime this January to finally check out the game. Today I played it for around 3.5 hours, and here are my initial thoughts. First off, it's pretty obvious that this game is an homage to Earthbound. A lot of things about the game, including the graphical style, the quirky dialogue, a lot of things just look like stuff that was almost copy and pasted from that game back in the 1990s. Now, I did a playthrough of Earthbound in the summer of 2013 that I really enjoyed, but a lot of people at the time kind of just ignored it because they said, oh, that's a retro game, that's old and outdated, we don't want to see Phil play that, we want to see him play new games. And ultimately, I was very disappointed that most people kind of tuned out to that playthrough, which is funny because fast forward to 2015 when Undertale was released, and all of a sudden, just because this was a new release and got viral popularity on the internet, people were absolutely begging for me to play it whenever I could. For my first run through the game, I decided to play it more like a traditional turn-based RPG. Now, I'm well aware that there's other ways to play it, but at this time, I just wanted to see what would happen if I pretended that this was kind of a standard role-playing game with turn-based combat. But right off the bat, I can tell you, I really enjoyed the mechanic of having to move your heart around and dodge attacks, with every single enemy basically having different attack patterns. It's really cool, it adds variety to the game, every fight seems like it's a unique and fun experience, and it really does add to the replayability and the overall enjoyment of the game, feeling like something fresh and an actual positive advancement in the RPG realm rather than just standard turn-based fare. Another thing I really like about the game is the dialogue. It's quirky, it's sarcastic, it's funny, it's very well written, and it's right up there with my style of comedy. You know, a lot of these JRPGs go for the more traditional Japanese-centric kind of stuff. This game obviously was going for something a lot different. I'm loving it, the tongue-in-cheek humor, references to things. It's really cool, it's a fun experience to be playing through this game for the very first time. So far in my first run through the game, I've gone through waterfall caverns, glistening stone ceilings, I've gotten to a volcano-like area, I've gone through snow. It's pretty cool that in just a short period of time, I've traversed through such a variety of areas, and the game design itself really does, again, feel like you're playing a classic RPG for the very first time. I like that it's a throwback, I like the variety of stuff in it, and so far, I'm really having a lot of fun. In addition to all of that, I was actually able to find some secret content, including a hidden village. That was pretty neat. There was also this really weird interaction with a piano puzzle that turned into some kind of dog item being in my inventory, and it's really wacky, it's really zany. I don't even know if I did the stuff properly because it is so off-the-wall crazy, but again, it's so unique, that's what makes it such a cool experience. Now, I am aware that you can play this game in different ways, and it seemed a lot of people today were a little disappointed that I decided to use combat in my initial run instead of the pacifist run, where apparently you could talk your way out of fights. Listen, I definitely wanted to go with a more traditional route for my first run, and I feel that doing it a second time, fleshing out the story, sparing people in combat instead of slaughtering them is probably going to add to tons of character development, lots of story elements that weren't present in this first run, and ultimately it's going to make the game better the second time around. That's why I'm doing it this way, and yes, I am looking forward to doing that second run soon. I will briefly address something going on in the initial playthrough videos, which have only been live now for a couple hours as I make this reactions video. People just going absolutely apeshit all over the internet and the comments of the videos, downvoting the videos, saying that my first run should have been a pacifist run. How dare Phil try to play this game incorrectly? what a close-minded, short-sighted, elitist, and incorrect way to view anyone playing this game for the first time. Everyone knows that when I play games, I play them blind, with no prior knowledge. All I knew was that you could play the game differently. I didn't know that there was a good way and a bad way to play the game to unlock different endings, and that's a good thing, because now I'm actually experiencing the game without any spoilers. I actually have my stream chat closed during the time that I'm live streaming this game, so that I can play the game and explore it and discover it on my own. Anyone who runs through this game and does a 100% perfect run more than likely has already been spoiled, and therefore there was no unique and genuine discovery in that playthrough, and I don't stand for that. I want to do my own thing and do it originally. My first run will be a kind of a genuine RPG a take, and then when I go back a second time, I'll do a pacifist run if I have time. Perhaps I'll go for the super duper evil run, but I like how I'm playing it right now. I'm really enjoying the game, and after 3.5 hours, I have to say, thumbs up to Undertale. Well, I've only scratched the surface of this game, so I really don't have too much ultimately to say about it. I'm sure I'll have much more to say once I've done multiple runs through the game, which will be continuing all through this week as I live stream it over on my channel DSP Gaming, and I hope that you will join me for that. So, thanks very much for watching this initial impressions video, and hopefully you enjoy the rest of the initial playthrough, and you'll join me for the second and possibly third playthroughs as well. This is Phil for KO Gaming, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later for more Undertale.